charting session and a backtesting session. I really don't know how long I'm gonna make this. Probably gonna be like 30 minutes if I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Um, I kind of just wanted to hop right into it. I don't really have anything to say. I did just want to say Friday. I don't really trade on Fridays because I do actually go to work on Fridays in the morning. So I usually don't trade and actually put money on the risk. What I usually do is I just do paper trades and just forward testing while I'm at work, checking my phone, checking how my trade's doing. For example, I took this one at 8:52 in the morning. Um, Friday we had a lot of news. We had three red folders. They're all at 7:30, so they were pretty early in the morning before market open. You could actually see where it pumped up right here during news. Either way, we could see that uh, took it on the fair value gap right here. Price came back into it to actually tap the EMA to the downside perfectly to the tick. Um, Take profit right before at this order block right before the news candle came out. So pretty good setup actually. I really like that one, and honestly, if I was trading that day, I definitely would have made some good money with that. Later on throughout the day, it kind of sucked. Um, there wasn't really good entries, if I want to be completely honest with you. There was an order block right here that got filled. Um, Price came up, filled this 1 minute fair value gap. Could have honestly taken that right here. Let's just say you took it right here. Stop loss below the fair value gap, or the order block, I should say. The top of the fair value gap right here. Honestly, you could have taken that, but it's not really ideal. The stop loss is pretty tight, so definitely would have stayed, like, preserve your capital with it. Other than that, you really didn't have any other trades that were, like, decent. Um, this low never got swept. Very close, though. This low didn't get swept. This was an order block though, however, so rejected very nicely off that. You could have taken it all the way to these tops right here. From there, rejected again, fill in this fair value gap. But honestly, there wasn't really anything too decent. I guess you could have taken um, this, let's just say if you wanted to take it from this wick right here, put your stops below this wick right here, take profit either up here or this 1 minute gap all the way up here. But yeah, genuinely, Friday wasn't that good. It wasn't really the best. Either way, besides the point, I'm just gonna go over do some back testing. I really don't care if people watch this or not. Like genuinely, I really don't care. This is just for me. If someone does watch it and actually learns something, then that'd be great. Let me know in the comments if there's someone actually in here that watches my videos and can learn something. Either way, starting off on Friday, how could we have taken this trade right here? So we see that news came out at 7:30 in the morning. Pumped the fuck out of price. We swept. Let's see, did we sweep anything? Mm, Not really. However, we definitely filled either an order block or a fair value gap over here on a higher time frame. We're going back to the 1 minute time frame. What can we see that we swept these highs? So instantly, that's going to be a move to the downside. Right when market opened, you didn't really see anything until, like I said, until this wick right here came up, wicked into this fair value gap, respected off the EMA, and straight to the downside right over here. So let's see what we could find on SPY or ES. Pretty much the same thing over here. Market opened up at super high up, sweeping lots of liquidity over here. Same exact thing. There's a fair value gap right here. Price wicked into that fair value gap, rejected right off of it very nicely. Taking it all the way down here. Not bad. Other than that, the rest of the day didn't really see much. I mean, you could have respected this inverse fair value gap, came into this inverse fair value gap right here. Price came into it, had your stop loss above this wick right here. You couldn't really take profits, honestly, if you had it below this resting liquidity. Maybe if you had it at an order block or something like that, then it would have reached Other than that, dude, Friday kind of fucking sucked. But let's move on. Let's try to see if we can find anything on Tesla potentially. So we could see that we swept lows right here, continued to the upside during pre-market. We actually respected some of these pre-market fair value gaps, taking it to the upside. But let's see from here. We can actually see on the 5-minute time frame potentially. Maybe the 3-minute. Yeah, on the 3-minute, you can see that this wick came back into this 3-minute fair value gap right here, took it to the upside. You honestly could have taken it, ooh, probably to an order block over here, higher time frame order block, because as you could see, it did not touch that sweep right there. Wow, so the market makers are definitely messing with us. However, you could have done this right here. We have a sweep of these lows right here, sweep of liquidity right here, and then from there, potentially on the 1-minute time frame, we could probably find a retracement. Yep, so we could find a retracement. Not a fair value gap, however, this is a volumetric imbalance right here. So basically what a volumetric imbalance means is basically that there's more buyers and sellers, however, there's no gaps. So even though there's no gaps right here, this is a volumetric imbalance. So price retraced back into that volumetric imbalance right here and it rejected right off of it. You could have taken off of these highs, not those highs, however, these highs right here, potentially even taking an order block out here. Besides the point, let's go back on Qs. Let's look at the day before that. Alright, so we see pre-market sweeping all these lows right here. Go back on the 1-minute time frame. Price wicked into this fair value gap right here on the 1-minute time frame. Could have taken it right off of there. Had your stop loss right below this candle right here. And then from there, could have taken it all the way to this post-market from the day before, or even all the way up to here. Probably not there. That might not be ideal. Maybe if you go on the 5-minute time frame, you could probably see a fair value gap that you can use as a confluence. And honestly, yeah, you could have right here. I'm just gonna do this. That is the start of a fair value gap right here on the 5-minute time frame, and easily could have respected all the way up to this fair value gap. So that's a pretty fire trade. Moving on from that, I don't know what I just did. I just deleted my never mind. I just deleted my indicators. After that sweep and filling that 5-minute fair value gap, this is the trade I took the other day, and it really fucked me because I started messing with my emotions and everything like that. So this is what happened. So price swept liquidity. I about somewhere over here in this range right here. We had this 1-minute fair value gap being respected. I waited for price to retrace back into the 50% mark. Took my short right here, put my stops above these highs, and I'm definitely not the only one that did this because I saw plenty of other people's trade recaps. I put my stop loss or my take profit at this wick right here, thinking price would actually come back and respect it. However, what happened is I hit my first take profit right at this resting liquidity, and then from there, price just bounced around a little bit. And then actually we also had this 1-minute fair value gap right here, so I genuinely thought we were just going to continue to the downside even lower. 1 second. I genuinely thought that we're going to respect this fair value gap right here and continue even lower to hit this resting liquidity. Unfortunately, on the short term, what happened is when I took my first take profit, I moved my stop loss to about here, and I put it just like that. That was my stop loss right here. So even if I stopped out, I would have been in profits. So stopped out in profits, also making my first take profits as well. So what I could have done, however, is just set and forget and continue to just wait because as you can see, that should hit to the tick. And then right off of that, it fucking rejected right off of it. So this is definitely just a good example of how you should wait, stay patient, and honestly, not even, you know, sometimes it depends on the market, obviously. There's going to be times where you should use a trailing stop loss or you shouldn't use a trailing stop loss. I don't think this was a Thursday last week, so I don't think we even had that big of a news. We had unemployment claims at 7:30 in the morning. 9 a.m. we had ISM PMI, so it was PMI, so it was high volume. However, this is still just a good reasoning to just set and forget sometimes. So after that, let's just say, I took it from there. What could you have done after that? You saw that we had a order block right here. You wait for price to retrace back into it. Take it off this right here. Put your stops below the lows right there. And then put your take profit right above these highs. Price came in. Boom. Beautiful trade. And then from there, let's try to see if we can find a downside move coming from this one. So we could probably go on to the 2-minute time frame. I'm sure we can find something right here. Sure enough, we find a fair value gap right here. Price comes into it, wicks right off of it. You could put your have a tighter stop loss right here. Stop loss, a take profit at resting liquidity right down here. You could have hit all of these. You could have had 1 take profit, 2 take profit, 3 take profit, all the way to 4 take profit. So that was definitely a fire trade. 1 to 6.3, super fire. Moving on, let's move on to the next day after that, or before that, I should say. Coming into the day, sweeping these lows. This was decent. Let's see. Oh, let's go back on the 1-minute time frame. Boom. As you can see, fair value gap to the upside. We swept these. Okay, let's just go over that again. Pre-market swept these lows right here. Then you wait for about like 8:50 to 9 o'clock. Wait for a fair value gap to be formed right here. Take the wick right off of there. Stop loss below these lows. Could have had your take profit right here, or even higher. I remember I took this identical trade. I took this exact trade, and I was a little bit buffered because the price just kept on rallying. And originally, when I put this trade in, I had my take profit all the way up here, but then I started hesitating myself because I was like, okay, we're sweeping these highs right here. These are major highs. Although they're pre-market, still I got a little bit nervous and I didn't want to do it. So that so from here to here, that's how much I missed out on. Could have doubled my money just from here to here. So definitely need to be a little bit more confident in myself because that's one thing I definitely realize is my confidence sometimes just lacks. I second guess myself. I know I'm definitely not the only person that does that. I know every single trader definitely goes through this. Um, and yeah, I think that's something that I've definitely mastered psychology when it comes to trading. However, having confidence in myself, that's one thing I still struggle with, and I need to get better at it. And I think that just comes with time, with market experience. I've only been doing this for about a year and a half or so, um, and especially trading SMC and ICT. Been doing it for a little less than that time. I think it's just market experience, and that's definitely gonna come with time. I know that for sure. So I'm only 19, so I'm still super young. Still not rich yet. Eventually I will be. Give me maybe a year or two. I got it in the bag. These fundeds are going to be rolling in. I already have 2 so far, which is very, very nice. Um, anyway, besides the point, continuing on, really didn't see anything else for the rest of the day. I mean, you had this 1 minute fair value gap being inverse fair value gap being filled right here. Could have taken it to the downside right here. Had your stop loss right above these highs. And then had your take profit at these resting liquidities right here. These are major lows, so that's honestly where I would have taken. I don't think I took this. I know I definitely had this as a paper trade, but I can't remember if I actually took this trade. Because this was Wednesday, and I had a very hectic and long week, so I really don't know. Besides the point, it could have been a 1 to 3 right here. Pretty fire trade. I really like this setup. Um, but yeah, after that, we could see there's another decent setup. However, yeah, I think there's a decent setup right here, actually. We're having an inverse fair value. I'm sorry, this is actually this is an inverse fair value gap. We have this fair value gap right here that got inversed right here. Price came along, filled this fair value gap straight to the upside with these resting liquidity right here. Pretty fire right there. Moving along for the day before that. So this was kind of just like a hard entry. I remember I didn't take a trade. I can't remember. I think I took the trade. This is what happened. I honestly can't remember, if I'm going to be completely honest. I would have to look back at my old YouTube videos. You know what? Fuck it. We're going to go see right now. We're going to go see right now. That was a Tuesday. So, what day was this? The second? This was the first, the day before that. Was it this one?
I so th
The second. Okay. I remember this now. So, let's see where I took it off of. Yep, that's exactly what it was. Wait, is this the right day? I'm fucking tweaking, bro. Wednesday, October 2nd. Tuesday. Okay. Alright, I see. There we go. This is it.
what happened really today. This is a huge move to the downside. You could see it on SPY as well. IWM, same thing almost. Pretty much everything. You could see.
Okay, this is exactly what happened. I was in the wrongs. I kept on thinking that our bias was going to be bearish, and I just kept on forcing it to be bearish. What I didn't see was, let's just see where I took it off of. Yep, so right over here, I had a 2 minute fair value gap. I waited for price to come back into it, and it just kept on going lower and lower and lower. Same thing over here as well. That's exactly what the hell I did. Fair value gap, retrace back into it. It just kept on going lower. So this was the day that the ports went on strikes, and then this was also a day where there was super high impact war news that was going on. I believe it was Israel attacked Iran, um, which that just brought the news down, or that brought the market down. But as you can see on gold, that brought the price up a lot, because what happens with stuff like that, when there's more scarcity to gold, it brings the price up. Same thing with oil as well. US oil, pretty much identical. Like right off at the start, market open, 8:30, boom, straight to the fucking upside. So gold, oil, and the stock market are basically like against each other. So if the stock market goes down, let's just say for example the Nasdaq goes down, then on the other hand, gold or oil can go up. Um, let's just continue to the next day, or the day before that. This was kind of like a shitty day as well. However, I took it right off of here. I remember this exactly. We had a 1 minute fair value gap right here. This itty bitty 1 minute fair value gap right here. Wick right off of there. Put my take profits or stop loss below above these highs. Take profit right at market open. Came down. Boom. Smashed right through the TP. Honestly, could have even held it even lower to this resting liquidity, or even these probably 5 minute fair value gap right here. And that's why it actually rejected. Was this? Yep, it was this 5 minute fair value gap. Price rejected off of that, and then came up, hit this order block, rejected it off of that again. Let's see what else you could have done off that. You could have had a small little trade right here. Fair value gap right here. Let's just say you hit at the 50% mark. Stops below the lows right here. Take profit at these highs. 1 to 2.5. 1 to 2.5 literally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minute trade. 4 minute trade. So that's pretty fire. You could have done that like that as well. Obviously, you risk a little bit more for something smaller like that, since you have a tighter stop loss and a smaller take profit. But yeah, so far for that day, that was pretty good. Let's see potentially on the 5 minute, if you could have taken this. It's a volumetric imbalance right here. Price came back into it right here, filling it, rejected right off of that. That is a beautiful trade as well. I usually don't trade off of volumetric imbalances, but they are very good confluence if there's really nothing going on. So this whole range right here is probably a 15-minute fair value gap, I want to say. Actually, probably not. 10-minute? Probably not either. I take it back. 10-minute fair value gap right here. Price wicked into it. Straight to the downside. Have your take stop loss above these highs right here. Take profit at this resting liquidity, or even lower. Not bad. That's a pretty good trade. I like that. Then from there, sweeping these lows over here. Boom, boom. And then I'm sure somewhere over here you're sweeping lows. Boom. Right here. That is a fire trade. Right here. Take profit. Man, that shit would have smacked, bro. That would have fucking smacked. Boom, bro. Oh my god, that is a fucking heater. Look at this. That is beautiful. 1 to 10.6. If you have a tight stop loss like that, man, that is just out of this world. So that is very fire. Moving along. I'm going to do one more after this, and then I'm going to be out for the night. It's already midnight right now, so getting pretty late. I still have some homework that I want to finish by tonight. Since I know tomorrow's going to be Sunday, and I won't really want to feel like doing it. Or actually, today is already Sunday, so I know I'm not going to feel like doing it later on tonight. Tomorrow, I should say. I don't fucking know. I'm tripping, bro. Boom. Sweeping these highs over here. Probably filling a fair value gap over here somewhere. Probably on the 15-minute fair value gap. Let's see what we're doing. This is going to be like an hourly. Wow, 1 hour fair value gap. Let's see. Yep, sure enough, we're filling this whole 1 hour fair value gap right here, from here to here. From there, sweeping these highs right here, sweeping all this resting liquidity right off of market open. Fuck, what just happened, bro? Right off of market open, you realistically could have taken this trade from here, stops above these highs right here, and then just boom, smashed it to the downside, just like that. Very nice trade. I like that a lot. If you wanted to wait longer, could have waited as well. I mean, this is also a decent trade from coming into this fair value gap right here. you had to definitely had your stop loss right above here, and then taking it to the downside like that as well. That is still pretty fire. Just personally, I think better off or having it right off a market open, because you could have a higher stop loss and a smaller stop loss. While with this, it's a bigger stop loss and you have a little bit less profits because you're taking it all the way down here instead of up here. So from there, decent trade right here. You could have taken it. Fair value gap right here. Boom. Take profit right above this right here. Boom. Smash right through it. You could have taken off this liquidity sweep right here. However, there's no retracement back into it, which usually I like retracements. I love retracements. I think they're one of the best confluences to have. I'll do one more and then I'm going to be out. So this is Thursday last week or the week before. Sweeping all these highs, we have this pre-market gap right here that we definitely want to fill. Before market open, if you know us NQ traders, NQES traders, you could have genuinely taken it either off of this fair value gap or this fair value gap, straight to the downside. Boom. Take profit above these highs, and then realistically, I would have put my take profit right here at the beginning of the gap. That's so fire. Like, you would have been done trading at before 840, 850. Like, come on, who doesn't want to be doing that? If you wanted to take it even lower, if you had, let's just say, a trailing stop loss, you had one contract left, taking it all the way down here, trailing stop loss, coming around wherever. Bro, come on, dude. Before 10 a.m., you probably could have made a shit ton of money. And this is a 1 to 11.4, by the way. So, that's pretty fire. Moving along, fair value gap right here. You're filling it. Stop loss. Probably take it right there. At this resting liquidity. Boom. Just like that. Fair value gap right here. Price came back into it. Rejected right off of it. Could have taken it to this little bit higher. Resting liquidity right there. Just about 27 minutes. I'm gonna hop off. Upload this video. Guess when we're done. See you guys soon.